Let's talk about another of the updates of Twinmotion 2025.2, and those are fog cards. To find them, you need to go to the object section, VFX, and in here there's a new object called fog card. There are many presets that you can use, but its functionality is the same among all of them. So I'm going to add this one here. If I drag and drop it to the viewport, you will see here, you can see the fog being added to the scene. And if you once you add it, you can't see it, I recommend you go here to the properties of the fog card and reduce a bit the scale so you can be sure where it is being placed. So here we have it, very small, and we're gonna scale it using this option. So essentially what it does is to add an element in our scene graph and some type of plane with a fog that is added to our scene. If you check, it is a plane. If I rotate it, nothing happens because I have this facing camera option enabled, but if I disable it, you can now see that it's a plane. So it doesn't have any depth, it's a plane, so you can place it on the background, on the foreground, you're seeing visible from the front. If you enable this facing camera, what it does is that it doesn't matter how you rotate it, you will always see it from your camera, which is very useful on almost all of the case, I think. So what options do we have here? We have the scale that we see how it works, very easy to understand, and we also have the density that allows us, well, to make the effect much stronger or less strong, so it's almost invisible. And this is very important when we're adding this kind of effects. We can also control the color or tint it has. For example, we go here to the tint and we move here in this color picker. We, for example, place it here to green. Well, we now have a green fog coming out of this car. We can also play with the emissive color to give it a different tint. We have to make this much more brighter so it's visible, so we can combine both of them to give our fog a very special characteristic. So let's turn this all back to white as it was at the beginning, and let's continue checking the other options. Well, at the moment this looks static, but we can make this animated. And how? Using these wind options. The first setting is affected by wind checkbox, which is currently enabled. But if you don't have a wind activated in the environment settings, well, nothing will happen. Let's search here for wind. It's disabled, let's enable it, and now you can see how the fog is moving according to the wind settings that we have over here. Is I increase the speed, it goes much faster, and I can also change the direction so it not goes forward to the camera position, but it goes from one side to another, and it looks much nicer. I can also switch the side from here, so it looks like it's coming out of the car. But if we go back to the fog card element, we can notice that we can not only select this affected by wind option, because probably we have these settings for other elements such as vegetations, and we need to activate our own speed. So we can use this option called override speed and determine it from here, and now you can see that this will give a speed to the fog movement that's not related to the wind that affects all the other elements such as vegetation. We can also override the direction to change it from here instead of the wind section we had in the environment tab. And that's all, guys. This is very simple to understand, but it's very powerful and it looks very nice. If you want to know about other features that were released in the Twinmotion 2025 version, I'll invite you to see the next video.